Right from the first seconds, you can feel the tension. A lone auditor arrives at a busy police station. Camera rolling, and suddenly the questions start flying. Who's in the right here? The auditor exercising his legal rights or the officers trying to assert authority? Stick around, because what starts as a simple public audit quickly turns into a high-stakes confrontation that exposes serious gaps in police knowledge and protocol.
Asking, you're doing an audit for?
For the public.
For the public?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
And you
so, would you mind identifying yourself, please? Sorry?
PC Mangan.
And your collar number, please?
698.
Thank you very much.
Who do you work for, sir?
First of all, you should have told me that you were turning on your body camera. It's part of your code of practice that you tell me that you turn your body camera on.
Okay.
And I will be requesting a copy of that.
You could do that. Happily so.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you do
Hang
an
on.
audit for, sir?
Jazz, do me a favour. You don't have to say a single word, okay? You're here filming me, okay? You don't have to say a single word. Okay? Yeah, and she doesn't have to answer.
She doesn't have to
Okay? Jazz, did you get them to identify themselves?
No, I'd rather not
Okay. Yeah, okay. Right, so we got 1797 and 2506. Thank you very much. Okay, Jay, you just stay filming me. Okay, you're not filming the police station, you're filming me. Okay.
That's what she's told us, sir.
Right. So she doesn't have to answer your questions at all.
That's fine. No one's going to.
Okay.
So this audit you're doing, what is this audit for?
What is it for?
Yep.
It's to do with how members of the public are treated by serving members of the actual constabulary.
Okay.
For them doing illegal activity. Well, you come and approach me. You come and approach me.
Yep.
Okay, I'm doing something perfectly legal, and that's
fine,
all.
But you explain
Madam,
that you're doing
madam,
it
that's
to
all.
show that
That's
you're serving
that's
the public.
all.
I
That's
don't
all I
understand
have to
how by
say.
you
I will
filming
say
the
no
back-
more to you.
Okay, all right. So how does that prove it? Do you have any official paperwork, sir, to prove that you are
For
actually
what?
an audit?
For what?
You
For
can audit
for
the
me
public.
being a member of the public filming.
You could have just gone
For
in and
me
asked.
being a member of the public filming on
You're
public
not just
property.
filming.
Yes, I am just filming. Okay,
You're
so you
filming
telling
the
me?
inside of the police premises,
And your
aren't
point is
you?
what? Your
And
point
I
is
don't know
what?
if you're doing it for any terrorism
Your point is what?
purposes
So
or
you
anything
calling me a
like
terrorist?
that. I didn't say that.
Are you calling me a
I'm trying
terrorist?
to
Well, why did
identify
you
that.
even mention terrorist? Why did you even mention doing it for terrorist
so
things?
You're holding on to
No,
that
no, no,
word.
no.
I've already
Why
explained
did you
that to you,
even
haven't I?
mention that?
Because how do I know what you're doing this
Okay,
for? You said
so
it for
you're
audit,
working off
but
a
I don't know
presumption.
that.
You're working off a presumption for someone doing something perfectly legal.
That I don't know if you're doing it
Okay.
for legal purposes, do I?
I told you exactly what I'm doing.
Then
If you
I've
care,
asked
if you
to
care, if you
identify
care
the
to actually
legal
go in,
paperwork,
right? I'm going
and
to
only
sum this
that,
up for you.
said that
Right,
you're
first
doing
of all,
it to show.
sorry.
You've got this walking seat, sir. You're
Thank
doing
you.
it to show
Thank
that we're
you.
serving the
Okay,
public.
right. First of all, is there a sergeant here or not?
There is a sergeant.
Okay, can I speak with your sergeant, please?
Okay, you can do so.
Yep, I'd much rather speak to your sergeant because I don't think I'm getting anywhere with yourself.
Absolutely fine.
Okay, is that your sergeant? No, that's not your sergeant there. Okay, so guys, you can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got Jasmine over there literally filming me, and that's what she's doing, and I'm doing what I should be doing, and you can see the way. It makes no difference what my name is.
Okay, well,
I do not have to tell you what my name is.
That's fine, I'm just asking.
Okay?
I was just asking.
I'm doing something perfectly legal.
I don't
Okay?
know that.
You've come up to me, you're trying to work off a presumption. If you read the memo that got sent out by the police commission.
Notice how quickly the conversation escalates. The auditor is calm, methodical, and fully aware of his rights, while the officers are already invoking terms like terrorism without explanation. This is classic overreach, throwing around heavy legislation when it isn't legally justified. He's flipping the script, calmly reminding them that he's doing something completely legal, forcing them to confront their own assumptions and overconfidence.
And I've got loads and loads of
Can you keep
subscribers
a
and
distance
everything.
if
No,
you keep
you
coming
came to
close
me.
to me?
No, madam,
I'm
you came to me.
standing here.
I was resting
It's
here.
COVID.
I came to here.
Distance,
You
okay.
came to me.
Okay.
Okay, so please don't try and use that one on me. Please do not try and use that one on me.
not?
If you don't like
It's
it,
in your
then
camera.
do me a
It's coming
favour.
close
Your
to
car's
you.
there. Go and do what you should be doing
I'm
and
doing my job.
go about your
I'm
business.
doing my job.
Allow me to do my business, and that's exactly what I'm going to carry on and do.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so guys, you can see the way that she tried to bring in to do with COVID and everything else, but literally, guys, I'm walking towards the other side. So you can see the way that I was approached and the amount of officers, and not one of them will then actually go blah blah blah, and you can see the amount of them that there are. Okay, and that's the problem. You can see the amount of them. Okay, and to try and actually drop on me to do with potential terrorists, absolute disgrace.
Can I stop doing it?
No, just keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
Yeah, just in case. But as long as you keep filming me but stand back, don't speak to them at all. You don't need to. Okay, so guys, you can see that WPC decided that she wanted to throw it to do with being some form of terrorist activity, but then she couldn't explain any more. So that's why I had no time for her. I'm doing a perfectly legal activity and auditing the police station to see the way that they engage. She came across very aggressive, very arrogant, and that's what the problem was.
So the lady said to me, it's because they've had people running in the gates with weapons, so that's why.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That was her reasoning, so...
Yeah, well, none of that got said to me at all.
Yeah, that's why I want to say it, just in case it didn't.
Yeah.
Here's a key moment. The auditor points out that the officer failed to announce her body cam activation, which is actually required under police codes of practice. This one detail shifts the power balance instantly. Instead of being on the defensive, he holds them accountable. Calmly citing policy and procedure, he shows that knowledge of the law can be far more powerful than aggression.
A really, really big police station, really big. But you could see, I was here literally a matter of what, a minute if that, and then approached, and that's the way that it was. And you can see now that the officers are still deciding to follow me the way that I'm actually doing stuff. Judge, do me a favour, just walk completely onto the other side of the road.
And that one open.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so you can see there, guys, that's the entrance in. So these were the officers and the WPC that decided to sort of try and mention the Terrorism Act, and that's what she sort of made a speculation towards. So
Hello, sir.
good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Can I help?
Well, first of all, could you identify
Of course,
yourself for
pal,
me?
I'm Sergeant Clark from Wembley Police Station.
Thank you very much, Sergeant. And your collar number, please.
218 Northwest.
No problem. Thank you very much. No, I'm just down here doing a quick audit on the police station for the public.
And what's
Okay.
that for?
You must have heard of auditors before, sir.
I have, but normally
Okay.
they have official paperwork to say they're doing an official audit.
No,
so
they
that's
do
why I'm
not.
asking.
No, they do not, sir. No, they do not.
Well, normally
Please.
Watch closely as the word terrorism casually enters the conversation. The officer uses it as justification to question him further. But under the Terrorism Act 2000, there must be reasonable suspicion. The auditor calls this out immediately, exposing a flaw. Vague terrorism claims are often used as shields for overzealous policing. He doesn't panic. He challenges the claim with calm authority, demonstrating how overreach collapses when confronted with fact.
You might not all. The ones I've experienced carry paperwork
And that's
to
fair enough.
suggest that they do not. That's why I'm saying that.
And that's
right?
fair enough.
So the reason we've stopped and we want to speak to you is because technically recording police station could fall under the Terrorism Act. We wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't stop and check what you're recording.
So then here's a question for you. Okay. I've already declared to you that I'm doing an audit. Okay. And if you go off the actual memo that got sent out by the Police Commission last year.
Yep.
Okay, to every single one of the police stations,
Yep.
right, saying that if an auditor declares himself as being an auditor at a police station, that they should be left alone, and the terrorism, okay, and section 43 cannot be used, okay, once an auditor declares himself as an auditor. Okay, we do not have to show anything else, and we do not have to say anything else. It's like when you look at this WPC.
At this point, the auditor explains that anyone could be doing something suspicious. But legality isn't about assumptions, it's about rights. Now here's the question for you watching at home. If you were in his shoes, would you have remained this composed, or would you have backed down under pressure? Drop your thoughts below. This is a perfect real-world test of knowledge versus intimidation.
Until we stop and speak to you and ascertain certain things, we can't say for certain you're an auditor or not, can we? Anyone could tell us they're an auditor. We have to ask other questions.
As a
My
member-
colleague and I have pointed out that it's an offence under the Terrorism Act to record police stations. Hence, we have to ask questions to make sure you're not falling within that line for us to suspect
Right,
you
I'm
of
actually
being a
going to
terrorist.
stop you there. I'm actually going to stop you there. Any member of the public,
Yeah.
any member of the public
Yeah, confirm.
has the right to film anything that they can see from public,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, and any police station,
correct.
right? I've told you I'm a member of the public,
Yeah.
and I've told you that I'm auditing.
Yeah. There we are, sir.
Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so, and then at that point, I should be left alone to do exactly what I'm doing.
Okay. But we wouldn't also be doing our job if we didn't ask a couple of extra questions. Because as I said to you, put yourself in my shoes. I don't know you from Adam. All right? So you just tell me, anyone could just say I'm an auditor, and I'm I'm not going to leave them alone. That's not my job. I have to ask more questions. I'm an investigator.
Right.
My
So
job
here's-
is to look after the public, including my.
So here's something for you then, okay?
Yes.
If I stood where I stood, and
Notice the finesse here. He calmly demands each officer's name and collar number, documenting them one by one. Small, precise actions like this completely reverse the dynamic. They are being recorded, held accountable, and the subtle tension is palpable. This is a masterclass in procedural knowledge, showing that understanding your rights can protect you even in the most intimidating scenarios.
on the street to take calls. I've had to stop and speak to you because you are filming a police station,
Yeah.
which is a potential terrorism
which is,
incident.
and also it's
That's doing my
it's
job.
my legal right to do so.
Yeah, but until I stop and speak
Okay.
to you, we don't know that, do we?
It's my legal right to do so.
I'm not
Even
saying
without, I don't even have to speak to you. I don't even have to acknowledge anything. I can just stand here and keep my mouth shut if I wanted to, right? And I don't have to explain myself to what I'm doing. But I decided that I did because I wanted you to know exactly what I was doing as an auditor.
Okay.
Now, do you really think that somebody that was doing something that was terrorist, that will be around in broad daylight like this, and I guarantee they definitely won't be walking around like me, right?
Terrorist isn't defined by a certain look or type or creed. It could be anyone.
Okay, well then answer me this
happening
then.
in the
Then why is it then when you've got PCs that are out on the beat, when they are finally out on the beat, right? Why is it then that they make a presumption when they look at someone and they use the word all the time, suspicion? It's the same. Oh, suspicion. I got my suspicions that you might be doing this or you might be doing that. Well, you can't work off of the same thing then to exactly what I just said. That's the exact same thing. It's a suspicion.
Well, people ask questions to establish whether they've got a
Yeah,
suspicion or not.
and the questions that PC actually asked, I answered, and then she should have just let me be, and that's it.
Not necessarily. I think a few more questions to be asked, because as I said to you before, anyone can say they're an auditor.
Yep. But
We
then,
need to establish
but then,
if that's actually
one thing
the
I
case.
will say to you, Sergeant.
Yes.
Okay, I will, as I said, be requesting. She failed as well. As a sergeant, you should know. Okay, under your code of practice, she's meant to inform a member of the public when they turn their body camera on. That's under your code of practice. She failed to do that. Okay, so I will be putting in a report about that and a complaint.
Okay.
Right.
In the end, this audit highlights something crucial. Knowledge equals protection. The auditor never raises his voice, never becomes aggressive. He simply knows the law and enforces it calmly. Officers unprepared for lawful public scrutiny are exposed, and the thin line between rights and overreach becomes crystal clear. If you found this as shocking as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom and law enforcement breakdowns.